Go and walk the southwest coast path is what I keep saying. Look at it. What is happening, guys, and welcome back to the southwest coast path, where I have set myself the enormous challenge of walking it in its entirety. That is the full 630 miles spanning across 4 counties. But I'm not walking it all in one go. I'm walking it in small, short, bite-sized chunks so that I can document it here on YouTube to give you guys a bit of inspiration if you want to get out on the coast path this summer. Alternatively, if you want a bit more information on the Southwest Coast Path, you could check out my website, which is 𝗘𝗶𝘀𝗶𝘀𝗶𝗀.co.uk, or subscribe to this playlist, because I'm going to be adding to it over the summer. I'm hoping to make good progress along the coast path, and I'm hoping one of these videos might be of use to you. Where am I walking today? I'm standing in front of Geevor Tin Mine, which is where I left you at the end of my last video. And I've got a very short day today. I'm walking all the way along to Cape Cornwall. It's only 3.5 miles, but this stretch is stunning. There are some incredible mining structures along this stretch. It's beautiful, it's really nice. And I wanted to break this into a shorter walk so that I had a chance to fully soak that up. And if you're walking this stretch, that would be my advice. Don't skip past this bit. This was the beating heart of Cornwall's mining history a long time ago, and Geevor Tin Mine didn't close until the mid-90s. So it's a really interesting place to visit. But what am I setting up for? I have now put my tent box back on the car. So over the next 2 weeks, my plan is to try and walk the rest of the Land's End Peninsula for this series. That is all the way from here, all the way around Land's End, up to Penzance, if I can. I know that the next time you see me on the coast path after this video is going to be walking from Cape Cornwall, hopefully all the way around to Lamorna Cove, which is all the way around Land's End, really finishes off that peninsula. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm setting up for. So a short day today, but I'm setting up for something bigger to get the rest of the Land's End Peninsula done. So again, if that sounds like you and it interests you, don't forget to hit subscribe. But without further ado, I'm going to get going today because the weather is glorious and this stretch is stunning. So cool. So this behind me is Levant Mine, and this here that you can see, this kind of tunnel that's going underground, used to be an old tramway. So this is where they used to haul carts of ore out of the ground to then be processed on the dressing floors, which are over there. You can still see the old tramway that's in front of Levant Mine, and you can actually go and have a tour around it, which is quite interesting. I've never actually done the tour. I've been for a tour around Geevor Tin Mine, which is half a mile that way, but I've never been around Levant. It looks like they're having some work done to it at the minute, but it's such an interesting stretch. There's so much unheard of history here, and you wouldn't even know it existed unless you really took the time along this stretch to stop and take it all in. Oh, spring has definitely sprung in Cornwall. Is it just me, or does anybody else absolutely love the smell of coconut when you're around this stuff? Oh, at this time of the year. Absolutely insane. Look at it, it's like a whole ocean of gorse. Stunning. thing I will say to you about this stretch is that it's quite easy to go off the beaten track. And when I say that, this coast was mined intensively. There are footpaths literally everywhere, but they're not on maps. They are probably only known to the men who mined these cliffs a long time ago. So when you're walking this stretch, make sure you stick to a marked footpath, whether that be the Southwest Coast Path or another marked footpath if you can see it on a map. But do not venture off the trail along this stretch, because the likelihood is you'll end up either down a mine or on a cliff edge that you don't particularly want to be on. This is absolutely incredible. You wait until I show you what is down below. Such a wild day today. Well, there you have it, guys. This is the reality of walking the Southwest Coast Path. I know you guys can't see because there's water on my lens. I'll do my best, but the rain has come in. I knew it was, I could see it was coming in. This is the reality. Sometimes, unfortunately, you'll be walking the Southwest Coast Path and this will happen. Make sure you've got a good waterproof on. Make sure you're wearing warm clothes. Luckily today, I'm only about a mile away from the car, but this down here is what I wanted to get a better shot of for you, but I'm not going to bother going down today because it's really wet. This is the Crown Mines down at 𝗘𝗶𝘀cie𝗱𝗲. They were seen it in the popular TV series Poldark. They're absolutely insane, and actually they look even better on a day like today in these conditions. Can you imagine being down there working day to day through the winter when it's like this? Proper sideways rain. Anyway, I'm going to get going, heading along to Cape Cornwall. I've not got that far to go now, but I'm walking head on into the rain, so wish me good luck. Rain stopped. I think it's safe to say that my waterproof is now not waterproofing anymore, so I need to get a new one. Take my advice, kids, don't wait until you're like me and you're out on the coast path, it's windy and wet, and you discover that your waterproof's not waterproofing anymore. I'm absolutely wet through. You could wring my shorts out, but look at it, it's glorious again now. If anyone's got any recommendations for a competitively priced decent waterproof these days, then drop it in the comments down below, because I'd love to hear about it. I may be wet through, and I'm hungry and I want to get warm, but there's still always time for some nice little bit of fun facts here with Boomerang Bucks and Beer. Cornish choughs have been nesting close by here, which is absolutely insane. Like, I love the idea that Cornish choughs are coming back to Cornwall and they're nesting potentially in these mine ruins. What a place to do it. Like, a symbol, a bird, the bird that is the symbol of Cornwall, returning back to a place that is iconic for Cornish history. It's just insane. And yeah, again, if you are looking for your reason to get out on the coast path again today, watching this video, let this be it. I've just got caught in a biblical storm and I'm still smiling. Well, I spoke too soon, it's now raining again. But you know what? Even in rain, I still wouldn't want to be anywhere else. So I try and show some of the best bits of walking the Southwest Coast Path in my videos. But I'm also quite a real person, and I'm trying to show you the bits that you need to know about if you're coming out on the Southwest Coast Path. And sometimes this is the reality. You're walking in sideways rain, and it's not nice. I mean, I'd still rather be out here than I would anywhere else, but this is the reality of the coast path sometimes. The heavens opened and you can't stop them in the west of Cornwall. Absolutely unreal to think the storm that I've just walked through, and I couldn't see at one point, to then get to my end point and see Cape Cornwall in all its glory coming out of the mist. Just insane. The Southwest Coast Path just keeps on giving. Right, not got long to go now, probably got about a mile. It is through a lovely valley called Kenidjack Valley. If you don't know anything about Kenidjack Valley, it was once an arsenic's works, so mined one of the deadliest substances on the planet. If you want to know a bit more about it, I've got a video, so click this little link up here in the top of the window, and that'll take you to a video about Kenidjack Valley that I made. Part of a series called Hidden Histories, which is one that I make specifically for social media. But it is here on YouTube as well. Right, it's cold, I'm gonna get going. I'm hungry, I haven't had any lunch, and I've got homemade pizza in my bag, which I'm gonna have in my car. Right, let's do it. Well, there we go. That is another 3.5 miles ticked off on the coast path for me, from Levant all the way down to Cape Cornwall, which is where I'm going to end my walk today. I'm going to waste no time getting into the car park and grabbing a coffee from the National Trust cabin here. If you're walking this stretch, I'd highly encourage you to do the same. The coffees are amazing. They do really good sausage rolls. The next stretch you're going to see me walking on the coast path is going to be from here down to 𝗘𝗻, and I am incredibly excited for that one, because when you get down to that beach at 𝗘𝗻, oh yeah, it's a good one. It's well worth it. If you've enjoyed this one, show it a bit of love, drop it a like, maybe drop a comment down below about which stretch of the coast path you're excited to see me walk, or which is your favourite stretch of the Southwest Coast Path. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've found it useful. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my website for some more information from the Southwest Coast Path. And as always, join me soon for some more bimbling books and beer.